Hey, if you're still awake tonight, I wanted to talk about audacity. And I think audacity is one of the most misunderstood qualities a person can have. Because when people hear the word audacity, they think of arrogance, confidence, ego, someone who believes they're better than anyone else. But that's not what I think audacity is. I think audacity is much quieter than that. I think audacity is looking at your life, looking at a life you don't have, and believing you might be capable of building it, even when there's no evidence. Yet, of course. Now, mind you, before I begin, I'm in a different setting. So the audio may sound quieter, louder, maybe more of an echo. You may or may not hear a door open or close, which is perfectly fine. Because we want this to appear natural, not overly scripted. I feel like I'm speaking in a very loud tone. I don't want to be too loud, although it's very quiet, almost like a library, almost, because the echo, I can hear the echo in the room because the room is very empty. But at the same time, I don't want to be a disturbance either. So we'll see. I'm just putting that caveat out there. I digress. Let's begin with waiting to feel ready. I think most people spend years waiting until they're qualified, waiting until they're confident, waiting until they're certain, waiting until they're no longer afraid. But readiness is a strange thing because most of the opportunities that can change our lives arrive before we feel prepared for them. That's why so many dreams remain dreams. They're waiting for permission that never comes. Like I said before, I feel like I'm recording, like I'm speaking loudly, but the recording lines seem so low. So I would have to up the audio again, which is perfectly fine. And now that I got closer to the microphone, it's showing that I'm talking even louder. I digress. Waiting to feel ready is no such thing. You can never be ready. You can just simply never be ready. Waiting until they're confident, waiting until they're certain. That can never be true. If you are hungry for it, you will get it no matter the cost. For example, I know somebody who graduated with a bachelor's in data analytics, had zero job experience, absolutely no job experience. But they used AI to create a portfolio. Of course, they knew how to do it, but they used AI to help enhance it. Fake some jobs, some overseas experience, yada, yada, yada. Got a high-paying job in America, remote, well-paying six-figure job. Because they had the audacity to do that. They didn't play by the rules. They created their own rules. And I'm sure he's not the only one who did that. I'm sure that's actually very normal. But at the same time, he was ready. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait till somebody say yes. He didn't wait for the opportunity to do that. Or he didn't wait to build up real world jobs to do a skill that he already knows. That's why he went to college, because he already knows how to do the skill. He just needed a job opportunity. And he had the audacity to create an entire life, a fake life, to get the dream that he wanted. I can respect that. Not only I can respect that, I love that. I simply do. I digress. Every beginning looks ridiculous. Every success person, let me repeat, every success person makes no sense. Every successful person has a version of themselves nobody talks about. The beginner, the amateur, the person with 10 followers, the person making mistakes, the person nobody believed in, the person nobody noticed. We admired the finished product, but every journey begins with someone willing to look foolish. Audacity isn't believing you'll succeed. Audacity is beginning before you know if you will. For example, this YouTube channel, I had the audacity to begin. I'm the beginner. I'm the amateur. I'm the person with 10 subscribers. I'm the person making mistakes, speech mistakes, audio mistakes. I don't know if I'm looking for anybody to believe in me because I'm just simply speaking to you. You, the listener, you can't believe in me. And that's simply all I want. But every beginning does look ridiculous. I look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous. And yet, here I am, continuing to do this to the best of my ability. Betting on yourself. I think one of the loneliest experiences in life is believing in something before anyone else does. A business which costs a lot of money. But if you bet on yourself, no matter how much debt you accrue, that business will be successful. It just is bound to happen. A dream, a career, a version of yourself, because in the beginning, belief often feels unsupported. There are no guarantees, no applause, no proof, just possibility. And that's true. Just possibility. Every day you wake up, you have that 1% a chance of possibility to get where you need to be. So I ask you, the listener, how do you tame that possibility? What are you waiting? What are you waiting to begin? That question makes no sense. What are you waiting for to begin? There we go. What permission are you hoping someone else gives you? What will you do if you stop waiting to feel ready? That's a good one. What would you do if you stopped waiting to feel ready? You have to have the gall. You have to have the damn to get the job done, to achieve what you need to achieve. Maybe confidence isn't what comes before action. Maybe confidence is what grows because of action. This is true. You do not gain confidence from an action you did not do yet. You gain confidence from an action you have done or is actively doing. I don't think the people who change their lives are always braver than anyone else, than anyone else, than everyone else. I think they're simply waiting. Let me repeat that from scratch, of course, because that sounds too jumbled up. So I want this to be a smooth closer. I don't think the people who change their lives are always braver than anyone else. I think they're simply willing to start before certainty arrives. Did you like that? Was that better? I think so, at least, right? Easy, smooth, right to the point. And that's the fun part about recording and making mistakes and you guys listening to the mistakes. It's just natural and easy. But as I close out, if you're still awake tonight, remember, every chapter begins with someone deciding to turn the page before they know how the story ends. The room will reopen on Thursday night. I'll leave the light on for you.